Active FM. Radio has never been better.
This is the movie show.
This is the movie show. Clearly, we are not a psychology show because just didn't work there, you know?
Oh, yes. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, how does that make you feel?
How did that intro make you feel?
I think it made them feel
Comment
really
below.
sad. Comment below.
Yes, welcome to another awesome, fantastic show.
You know, I feel like this could possibly be, though, like a psychology session because of the topic we are talking about today. This is a very sore topic.
It is. It's a very complicated topic because you're like, but why? But then also, but then why did she? But then he. And we've actually spoken about, we've done a show on this specific topic,
Yes.
but we did not answer. The question still remains.
Yes. So previously, yeah, I think it was 2020.
Wait, you said that wrong. Previously on the movie show.
In 2020, we did a show called Who Cut Johnny Depp's Finger Off? I think that was the name.
Was it off?
Well, yeah, she did take some of it off. So we basically did a whole show on the whole allegation and scandal that's gone around Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. If you don't know what's happened, so they were married and then she accused him of abuse, etc., etc., etc.
And he accused her of...
Then it came out later that he was actually the one being abused, so much so that she once cut off a part of his finger in a fight. Like, it was that hectic. Like, she put disgusting things on his bed and stuff like, yeah, so it was like, what? Yes, but because of what went down, Johnny Depp had to step down from a lot of roles. So, for example, he played the main villain in Harry Potter's spin-off Fantastic Beasts. He had to step down from that. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, there is the beloved Jack Sparrow that he plays.
Which then Disney kicked him out.
Yeah.
Well, did they...
See, that's the
thing.
He
resigned, right?
Yeah, so he did step down. There has been a petition where I think there's over 1 million signatures where people have signed that they refuse. They want Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. And you know what's funny for me is like with Amber Heard. Okay, I don't know what's happening with like the next Aquaman, for example. But if she's in it, I don't think that's right. Because if he's had to step down, then there's just too much speculation. And I feel like if you're going to make him step down, then make her step down as well. Because like what came out, I don't think... Look, I think there's wrong on both sides, maybe, but I don't know. Yeah, from what we did in the movie show, we came up to the conclusion that he had actually been the one that was more assaulted than she was.
Yep.
So, yeah. But today we are going to be talking about the very sore topic of every actor who could possibly replace Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow.
Possibly,
yes. So I went on the internet and I searched because I tried to think about this, right? I really did. I really tried to put my mind to who could replace
Didn't they
Johnny
still
Depp?
come across as a female version of... I saw that there was some female... what was it? What was the last one? 5, right?
Yes.
So Pirates...
No, that was in On Stranger Tides with Penelope.
Yes.
Penelope Cruz, where she played the...
So would she be a possible candidate?
No.
As in not name her Jack Sparrow, but she would be like the new...
See this is okay. So there's 2 options here. Disney has 2 options. Number 1, they replace Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow, meaning they still have Jack Sparrow in the script, story, etc., but Johnny Depp isn't him.
That's terrible.
Yeah, which I don't
think... That's
think
like the new Matrix where they replaced Morpheus. You're just like, wait, what?
They replaced Morbius?
They replaced him.
Morpheus.
Morpheus,
sorry.
Morpheus.
Which one is it?
Morpheus.
Really?
Yes.
With who?
Some other guy.
The dude from How I Met Your Mother.
I don't know.
With the blonde hair. Is he Morpheus now?
Just the guy, also hair shaved off, glasses.
Oh, okay, it's not him.
And it was also like, wait.
Yeah, I don't agree when they do that. For me, I'm like, just replace the character. Especially if it's like there's no book. And I know with Twilight, they replaced one of the characters. But in that case, there's a book. And you kind of have to... Do you get what I'm saying? It's like Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. Like, he's such a main character. If Ian McKellen didn't play him, I think you would have to find someone else to play Gandalf.
And I mean, it makes it awkward. Because then it's just like... Where's Jack? Oh, no, we left him.
Exactly.
I remember. Then they have to explain.
So that's the second option, is that Jack isn't in Pirates. But then the question is, what is Pirates of the Caribbean without Jack Sparrow?
Yeah.
Do we have... Yeah.
I actually heard that Will Smith was supposed to be Jack Sparrow. And then they replaced him.
I'm glad.
No, he turned it down for Wild Wild West.
Do you know that there's a couple of people actually who were considered? So the first one, he also turned it down. I can't remember what he was working on at the time, but was Robert De Niro.
I don't know.
I don't see it personally. And apparently there was some speculation that they should bring him back as Jack Sparrow. But I was like, but his age. Johnny Depp really did something with the character that no one else could do.
It doesn't make sense because originally, apparently, what is Jack Sparrow? What is Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp, yeah.
Johnny Depp. The way that he had portrayed, or the way that he had brought Jack Sparrow across, there were quite a few people, I think, within Disney that they weren't. It's not quite the way that they saw it.
Yeah, but
and then when it came out, they were like, "Wait, actually, this is." In other words, it wasn't like the original idea.
No.
So then, if they replaced him,
it was Johnny. Exactly,
it was him.
Johnny Depp.
That's what I'm saying.
Jack. It's his interpretation of the character, and I don't know if someone else could interpret it like that. Apparently, also this I was like, no. So Jack Sparrow, right? Jack Sparrow.
Yes.
So apparently, the first person that they wrote Jack Sparrow for, like the first actor, right, which is where they got Jack from, was Hugh Jackman. They wanted Hugh Jackman to play Jack Sparrow.
I'm trying to picture what Jack Sparrow is supposed to look like. How did they? What was the vision?
I think they had a vision, and then Johnny Depp came, and Johnny Depp did what he only could do with Jack Sparrow, and everyone fell in love. Honestly, like Jack Sparrow is like, I would honestly say, out of all films, like in the history of films, he probably could be one of the most beloved characters in any film franchise.
You see?
So Johnny Depp really did for Disney what they couldn't do for themselves. Honestly, like really, he really did a good job. So apparently those two actors were originally, so there's the three original people, original in inverted commas. Then I found an article that said people who could possibly also play Jack Sparrow, right? So the first one they have is Matthew McConaughey.
No. I don't know.
This is what they say. Among the actors originally considered for the role of Jack Sparrow pre-Depp, Matthew McConaughey was initially sought out in the early 2000s because he resembles the character's original inspiration, who is Burt Lancaster. In recent years, McConaughey's late career resurgence in popularity has seen him rise out of the rom-com category, which he normally would do, and instead which he was trapped in for decades, and became more popular than ever since starting to take on more serious roles. However, this critical acclaim has mostly not translated to mainstream blockbuster roles, and the parts of Jack Sparrow could be too pivotal to bet on McConaughey's mixed box office performance in recent years. So outside of Chris Nolan's 2014 sci-fi adventure Interstellar, the actor's most recent major movie was Serenity and the Dark Tower, were both critical and financial failures that show that he may have the pull to hold a major tentpole franchise together.
Okay, I've got an idea. So Disney, listen up. This is what you do. You bring in Johnny Depp for maybe scene or two.
Okay.
Because you've got to get rid of him.
Yeah.
So you've got to respectfully do so. If you want Pirates of the Caribbean to sell, it's either gonna sink or swim.
Excuse the bad.
All right, you're either gonna sink or swim.
Right.
So you bring in Johnny Depp, you kill him off or whatever, or
that would be so sad.
Let him go off into the blue yonder.
No, you'd have to kill him.
And then you bring in McConaughey as his
brother,
ex pal or something like that, who is just as funny and hilarious but in his own weird way, and then that's now becomes the life.
You know that that could work.
Okay,
that's it.
So this was Active FM.
The other person, which I personally don't know, and he's a good actor, but I don't know if he'll definitely. I don't think he could do for Jack Sparrow what Johnny Depp did. Is Joaquin Phoenix.
Who's that?
So he's the guy that played the Joker in the latest Joker. So
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the latest Joker, so I'm not familiar with
You know what
his-
I think he's very good at is he's good at pulling off like mentally unstable roles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
I've gotta go watch
he's crazy. But for me, that's not who Jack Sparrow was. He wasn't mentally.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? He was he was a pirate through and through. He's the definition of a pirate, Captain Jack Sparrow. Like,
So apparently Jack Sparrow was Johnny Depp's idea of Keith Richards. Now, Keith Richards is the guitarist for the Rolling Stone. I tried to go look for footage of him, the way he acted and stuff, but that's apparently weird. So,
wow.
is Keith Richards still alive?
Look, he actually is like a rock star, and that makes sense.
Exactly. It explains the...
Jack Sparrow is just so proper. You know, it's like I said, one of the most loved characters.
What I
ever.
like about him is that people think he's like crazy, but actually he's actually a blooming good pirate.
He's a mastermind. He is brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, he honestly is. And then, okay, the last person on this list, and you know what, this I could accept. I honestly, when I read this, I was like, okay, yeah, sure, this person they could do it. They could actually do it. This is the one person that could pull off Jack Sparrow. Are you ready for
My
this? My
pen's ready.
All right. So the last actor
Here we go.
who could possibly
Roll the
replace Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow
Roll the
is...
drums, please.
Drum roll, please. No one.
Surname?
Absolutely no one.
No one who... Oh.
Nobody.
Oh, I get it. First name,
Nobody.
no. Surname, one.
No. Exactly.
Is it a Mr. or Mrs.?
No one. It's no one.
Mr. No one.
This was my favorite. I agree with this entirely.
Yeah.
No one can
don't think so.
replace Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
If they aren't going to have Jack Sparrow in the next Pirates, which could be a very big flop, because honestly, one of the main reasons most people watched Pirates was for Jack Sparrow. I don't know. Like, they have to take the story somewhere else then,
Yeah.
which is very dangerous.
It's crazy. They have to do a reboot then.
They have to do a reboot.
Because you can't have... Because one of the things is that every one of the Pirates of the Caribbean ends with him sailing off to his new quest.
You know what? You know where this comes... So if you look at Pirates of the Caribbean, so there's 5 films out currently. The first 3, your main cast was obviously Jack Sparrow. Then you had Will Turner, which was Orlando Bloom, and you had Elizabeth Swann, which was Keira Knightley.
Yep.
Those 3, I loved them. I honestly loved the 3 of them together. Like, for me, it was so good. Then you have Captain Barbossa, also brilliant. I loved him. You hated him in the first one, but by the third one, you loved him completely.
I was glad that they brought him back.
When he died, my heart broke. And
he died a hero, eh?
I know, right?
They slow-mo and everything, right? Yeah.
Then you have Master Gibbs, also brilliant, but he's Jack Sparrow's right-hand man. So,
Yeah.
like, without Jack Sparrow, it's like... So, that was, like, the main cast, right? For the first 3. And honestly, the first 3 Pirates were my favorite. Then on Stranger Tides, that was the first film that you only had Jack Sparrow. So Elizabeth and Will weren't in that one. And for me, that I personally would say is my least favorite Pirates. I don't know how you feel, Ryan.
Yeah.
It was the one on Stranger Tides.
He was very solo. So
look, there were good jokes and all of that.
But
and
just seeing him by himself, I mean...
There really was something about Elizabeth, Will, and Jack together.
Yeah.
Like, there was, and then also they made the 5th film, which was interesting because you had Jack, you had Barbossa, who played quite a main role in that one as well. Obviously Barbossa, okay, at least Barbossa was in the 5th one. That I enjoyed, and they
were quite funny together.
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah,
and then they brought in Will's son
right at the end. Will.
Yeah. And then they had Barbossa's daughter. I can't remember her name now, man. Oh, she was in the name of some constellation.
Yeah.
Corinna or something like that. Yeah. And then at the end, they brought in Orlando Bloom, Keira Knightley. You're like, yay!
Standing on the hill.
Yes. He came back finally after being at sea for however many years. Yeah. And then it ends with that notorious end scene where they have a dream that Davy Jones comes, and then Will Turner wakes up in a fright, and then he goes back to sleep, and then the camera pans down, and on the floor you see, you're like, oh my
with
goodness!
Some water, and then you realize that it was when
could have been Davy
washed
Jones.
out the fish tank.
They
You
just,
missed.
yeah.
You forgot to clean up. And that's bad for marriage. Because when you don't clean up again.
Very
Yeah.
true.
People
So,
speculate. They think like some dead dude's going to come. I mean, come on, guys.
true, it's just a bad,
But now they have that scene now, which means that you have to
yeah.
continue.
And Davy Jones was like Jack Sparrow's like arch enemy type of thing. Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's
he was
like,
enemy in the first one, but then for the rest of them, like when he came back, it was he wasn't really the bad guy anymore.
no, that was Barboza.
I'm
I'm talking
talking-
about Davy Jones.
Davy Jones.
Do you know Octopus?
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was him and Jack Sparrow. Do you get what I'm
Yes,
saying? Now it's
yes.
like, nee. So first question, should franchises like this continue? Or should they just end it when it was good? The reason they would want it to continue is money making. Honestly, that's like, but then we spoke about The Hobbit. Like, The Hobbit, they
True.
shouldn't have done what they did. Lord of the Rings was amazing in its time. Hobbit would have been amazing if they hadn't gone greedy. So, like, should they be bringing out another Pirates? Or should they just leave something that was good to be good?
Well, I watched the first one again on Saturday, and I'm enjoying it.
They are good.
It's actually good.
I would watch the first.
Yeah.
I enjoy all of them. My favorites still to this day are the first three. That I just love. The first three were just like,
Yeah.
like if they ended it there, I actually wouldn't have had a problem with it. Honestly.
So we've got some fantastic films.
Yeah.
Now
So
let's
now,
leave it there.
should we go on and make another one?
No, that's it.
Especially if Johnny Depp cannot reprise his role as Jack Sparrow.
Don't do it.
But even though we feel this way, apparently Pirates of the Caribbean 6 is still underway. So they're going ahead with it. And I have some information on what they are planning on doing, which I'm not too keen. I feel like I'm going to watch it because it's a Pirates film. But I also at the same time, I'm like, although there's a lot of people who have said they will not watch it if Jack Sparrow isn't in it. So this could possibly be something bad for Disney. But anyway, so Pirates of the Caribbean 6, while there is no cast confirmed just yet, Kaya, who played the Barbosa's daughter, who appeared in the fifth film, Dead Men Tell No Tales, has revealed that she is contractually signed on for the 6th installment of the film series, which means they are going ahead with it because contracts have been signed, etc. Her character, Corinna was her name, Corinna Barbosa, was introduced in the 5th film, in which it was discovered that she's Captain Barbosa's long-lost daughter. Bringing in a new, younger Barbosa to cast could possibly signal where the new film is headed. So this is kind of like Marvel going into phase 4, bringing in a whole lot of new characters.
We know it's going to be a disaster.
Yeah. So while her character's returning, we could assume that the man she's in love with, Henry Turner, will be back as well. Henry, portrayed by Brenton Thwaites, I think that's how you pronounce his surname, is the son of Will and Elizabeth Turner. He first appears in the third film when his father is made captain of the fabled ship, which is true, the Flying Dutchman.
Yep.
It's not the same actor, but was it the same actor? I don't think it was the same actor. But his character appears in the third one, where Henry eventually frees his father then from the Flying Dutchman in the 5th film, and that's where the story leaves off. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So, Margot Robbie. Everyone know who Margot Robbie is?
Nope.
Blonde chick, Suicide Squad.
Oh, yes.
Margot Robbie.
There
All
you
right. Announced in 2020 that she will be involved in the upcoming Pirates of the Caribbean 6. But Robbie's involvement may be the cause of a delay that could be incoming at any point. So, in recent weeks, a number of casting announcements have been made for the upcoming Barbie movie, which Margot Robbie is going to be involved in. I know this is weird, right? So Margot Robbie, right, who's now apparently joining Pirates of the Caribbean, is also acting in Barbie, a Barbie film, which is being directed by Greta Gerwig, who directed Little Women and Lady Bird. Lady Bird was I watched Lady Bird. It wasn't. I really enjoyed Little Woman. I don't know how I feel about a Barbie movie. I must be quite honest. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, it's a live action Barbie film. Live action. So the live action film is repeatedly due to begin filming this year, with scope for a 2023 cinematic release.
It's obviously one of those like family.
I don't know. See, they could go like
Blondie. What was that that film with something blonde, Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde, yeah. They could do that, or they could go dirty with it. That's the problem.
Pink cover, just see it, pink, blonde, all things pretty.
I don't know if I want a live action Barbie film.
Yeah, it's not for us. For us audience, it's for the 13, 14-year-old
there we
girls.
Go. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so because of Barbie, right? Okay, which is only being filmed this year and released in 2023. As a result, that means that it's likely the upcoming Pirates of Caribbean 6 will not even begin filming until 2023 at the earliest. And that's if scripting, casting, and pre-production have already finished. Chances are it hasn't. This potential delay may help out Depp's chances of return, however. So what they're saying is...
Where's that petition?
We should go sign it.
Yeah,
right?
we should go get
guys,
it up.
Guys, we're going to put the link.
We've got time, guys.
We're going to go sign that petition so we can get Depp back into Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Then it says with the more time that passes, Depp's chances of returning to the series in the future improve. But for now, there's been little word about that the stars come back. In the meantime, Robbie has confirmed her Pirates of the Caribbean film will include, this is where I don't like it, lots of girl power. And I feel like they're doing this with everything. They're doing it with the MCU. They're doing it with Pirates of the Caribbean. Soon they're going to do it with Star Wars. Soon we're going to have it's going to be like a shock if a man is on screen. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's a very sad world.
So this is what they're saying. Robbie added, I'm not a producer on Pirates, so I'll sit back and kind of wait for the process. We're really, really excited at the prospect of adding, obviously, a very key female element to that world. I don't think you need it.
I don't think they are.
Keira Knightley was a female, and she had a very, very main role in the film, and we were cool with it. Then Penelope Cruz came, we were still, like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is what they're apparently going to do. Her comments follow those made by pirate boss Jerry Bruckheimer, who teased the end of Depp's journey in the franchise. So that, in other words, the boss of Pirates of the Caribbean teased that Depp would no longer be in Pirates of the Caribbean, and instead female roles would take over, right? So,
yeah.
Sorry, the boss is a man, Jerry, not she. So he explained, we're working on a draft right now and hopefully we'll get it shortly and give it to Disney and hopefully they'll like it. We don't know. We've been working on it for a little bit. The one we're developing right now, we're not sure quite what Johnny's role is going to be, so we're going to have to see. Then, the original film favorites Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley, who were Will Turner and Elizabeth Turner, may be returning as the destined lovers Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann. While some speculate that their place of the story has ended, a cutscene at the end of the fifth film hints at their possible reappearance. This is despite the love-struck pair receiving notably less screen time as the movie progressed and shifted to focus more directly on Jack Sparrow, the beloved pirate lord trickster known for his quirky drunken movements and seemingly accidental talents.
Yes.
Then, original film favorites Orlando Bloom, I've said that already, but what they spoke about was apparently there are two famous pirates, right? Female pirates that actually existed, that they might move the franchise to go in that direction, and the two people will be Barbosa's daughter and Margot Robbie, whatever character she might be bringing to the table, that those two will then take up the role. So in other words, Pirates of the Caribbean will now follow the story of these two female pirates.
Well, was there anything like cool or amazing about their lives or anything about them enough worth writing a story?
You know what they do,
unless
though?
They're going to invent it now, create it now.
I feel like that's what they do.
I was not always like this. Let me tell you my story. And then...
I get what you're saying.
I heard that with Johnny Depp. So I'm listening now to the boss, whatever the guy.
Jerry.
Yes, Jerry. I'm listening to Jerry here. And I heard that Johnny Depp was a bit of a difficult person to work with. I don't know how true that is. That's what they said. So apparently even before the whole Amber thing, they were already trying to
work him out
because, you know, And I'm listening to the way that he's talking there, maybe or might
That they were wanting to
So
get rid
maybe
of
it was just, or maybe they were looking for a reason to get rid of him. I don't know. Nobody knows. You know, it's Hollywood. It's showbiz. So for all you know, the Amber thing was set up. I don't know. You know.
I feel like, though, honestly, Jack Sparrow makes Pirates of the Caribbean. So if you don't want to work with Johnny Depp, who had a very big role in making Jack Sparrow who he is. Let's be honest, because even they said the characters weren't written, and then Johnny Depp came in, and for me, I respect an actor like that. When an actor's prepared to be that prepared and come, and I even know from like he works with Tim Burton a lot. So for example, like Alice in Wonderland, that was Tim Burton, but him and Tim Burton literally would be sending each other sketches of like ideas for clothing. When an actor is that involved in creating their character,
that does not sound like someone who's difficult to work with.
No, and Tim Burton enjoys working with him.
You see?
So I think when someone's been that involved in creating the character that's made your franchise, if you want to get rid of him, then end the franchise.
Just don't write another 6.
Go and start another franchise.
Yeah. Go look for another ride in Disneyland to write to make a movie.
They did that with Jungle Cruise and failed.
Write another story about a different ride in
You know, for me, I just feel
Disney.
like
just don't do 6. Okay, but now there's contracts. Okay.
Money makes the film industry a difficult place, people.
Do you think a lot of people would see 6? In fact, I bet you even now more people are going to go see 6 if they put Johnny Depp in it.
I don't know if I want Pirates without Jack Sparrow.
That's what I'm saying.
Personally, I don't know. Like, I love Jack Sparrow. The character, he is amazing.
Yeah, he is cool.
The other characters were really good as well, but the problem is they're also all leaving. So now Barbossa's dead. Walter and Elizabeth Swan, their love story apparently has come to an end. So now, like, yeah.
Maybe they can do it on, what's his name? You said?
Walter and Davy Jones.
Yes. Is it Davy Jones? No, not Davy Jones. Is it?
It is Davy Jones. The octopus. Barbossa's dead.
How did he die? No, I'm joking. No. Yeah.
Davy Jones supposedly should also be dead.
So Davy Jones, the octopus face.
Yeah.
So because maybe they should do something with him. There you go.
Can I be honest as well? So we all know Tim. Yeah. He said the worst, the last one was the worst for him.
Is it?
Which is a bad sign because it shows that the direction that they're going in is not good.
They're trying to...
They're trying to
milk
ideas.
Yeah, so
milk it.
So maybe they need to just...
Yeah, I really... Like, for me, honestly, Fast and the Furious, I've stopped following that franchise. I haven't watched... I don't know. I watched Hobbs and Shaw, enjoyed that, but that was more of a spin-off. It wasn't... The last one I watched was when... Why have I forgotten his name?
Yes, it's with that guy. The English guy, right?
No.
No.
When they still had to CG him. He passed away.
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker, thank you, right? Brian.
7.
Oh, yeah, his name's Brian. And
7.
I don't even think I watched the full thing. I happened to catch it on TV and saw the
Hobbs
end
and Shaw
scene.
was not considered...
Hobbs and Shaw was like more of a spin-off.
Wasn't like 8 or anything. No, because there was 8.
Yeah. No,
8
Hobbs and
created.
Shaw was Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw.
Right.
But I've stopped. I don't watch them anymore. So...
Never really watched them. Probably if I watch the first one, I'll be like, oh, okay. Cool. But...
I don't know. And also because like it's so long now, like if they're only going to start filming in 2023, that's like, move on, do something else. Go and create the next best thing,
Go change the contract. Yeah, just go there. Okay, guys, we know that you promised, but we got another fantastic idea. There it is. What do you guys think?
If you want to join us, please do. If you don't, go find something else to work on.
But we got a contract.
That's the problem. The problem is these contracts.
The contract, yes. So you'd have to do something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know what I also think the problem is? Like, with the first 3 Pirates, I feel like this is just what it looks like. they planned the first 3 pirates because the stories are very like interlinked, and they knew where they were going. So it wasn't like they got to the end of 1 and they were like, okay, now we need to, what are we going to do for 2? And then they did 2. Okay, now what do we, but I feel like with the 4th and 5th one, that's what it felt like. It's like they weren't really sure where they were going.
So
let's continue it. For me, I think that could be the problem. It works better when you, from the start, you know where you're going.
Do you think a lot of people were asking after the 3rd one, like, what's happened with the 4th one? So they're like, flip, okay, guys, people are asking, should we, okay, guys, gather around, come, let's talk about a storyline. What should we do? What if, type of thing.
But then prepare the 3rd, 5th, and 6th one.
Or just kill him off in the 3rd one.
I feel like if they do a 6th one
hero,
and they want to get rid of Jack Sparrow, they have to kill him. They have to do that. They have to break the audience's heart, because otherwise it's going to be like...
But if he dies a hero, it's fine.
Yeah, he was
a hero.
Would be so. I think I'd cry. I honestly think I'd cry if that happened.
Maybe there's pirate heaven or something, and there he is, walking into the wave, and then the wave comes over him, and then he disappears, and you're like, we'll miss him. No ways, And then Arm comes back, grabs his rum, and then that's it. You
know why? Okay, this is such a major spoiler. A major spoiler. That was major and spoiler put together. Yes. Ryan, I'm about to spoil No Time to Die. Do you want me to do that?
No.
Okay, then I won't say what I was just about to say.
There's no time to spoil.
Okay.
Why would you be spoiling No Time to Die?
Because I was about to say what happened at the end, and then...
Well, we said we're going to do it for next week, right?
We're going to do No Time to Die next week, right?
Next week, yeah.
So I'm just going to say this for all the people who have watched No Time to Die. I think what they did was brilliant. And I feel like that's how you do it.
Okay, now I'm expecting brilliance.
Because that was the end of the Daniel Craig's franchise, right?
That one.
Yeah,
that was his last.
It's the last Daniel Craig James Bond.
In other words, that's the last James Bond currently. There's
for
not
Daniel
one.
Craig.
Yeah.
So, no, that's why they're now talking about who's the next James Bond. Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, if you want to kind of end a franchise, then that's what you gotta do.
So they did it in this one.
Yeah.
That thing that they need
to do. And I have no issue with what they did. So, like that, I feel like the James Bond people, they know how to do this. They know how to keep a franchise going, and even though they changed the character, you still like
because it's been going since the 1600s. You know what I'm saying?
So if you want to do franchises like just ongoing franchises, then you need to speak to the James Bond people and do it like they did.
Yeah,
that's my verdict. But I still don't think anyone else must play Jack Sparrow.
No.
I honestly don't. Or
bring him in for a scene or two.
Unless it's one of those things where it literally would have to be like, how Heath Ledger played the Joker?
Yeah.
Where no one thought he could do it.
I've got a good story.
And everyone was like, Chris Nolan, you're stuffing up. And then he did it and everyone was like, whoa, okay. That would have to be that.
Here's a good story. Jack Sparrow, he dies. You bring him for a scene or two. He dies. This is my second, what do they call it?
No, bring him in for at least half the film. Come on.
You bring him in.
Half the film.
And you can't, he wants to die, but he can't do it without something. And so the film becomes about them getting this thing so he can be laid to rest peacefully. And then at the end, they give it to him. He closes his eyes and then...
That's how it has to be done, man.
Because
right there.
Think about that. Right?
Or he sacrifices himself. He goes out in glory and honor. Yes.
On his ship like that.
Like how Will Turner died.
I'm sure he's done that before. Hasn't he done that before? He's gone into something.
The problem is he just has so much good luck that he never dies. Like he cannot die. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but no one else can play it. No one. No. The only person that can play Jack Sparrow is no one.
Yes.
Yes.
Unless you get Christopher Nolan involved in the new...
Yeah, he has an eye for these things,
Have
you
you seen those movies? If this movie was directed by that director. So what if Pirates of the Caribbean was directed by Christopher Nolan?
Honestly.
There'll be some time thing in it, right?
The one director that I would like to see direct Pirates of the Caribbean. In fact, this would be lovely. Is Guy Ritchie.
There you go.
I would love a Pirates by Guy Ritchie.
And ask him to direct it.
There we go.
And then you'll find people will... And
I would watch a Guy Ritchie. Even if Jack Sparrow wasn't in it, put Charlie Hunnam in there, I'd be happy.
And Guy Ritchie might just say, we need to bring Johnny Depp back.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah.
Do you want this to be a success or
And
a
you'd
flop?
have to introduce new characters for the audience to fall in love with.
Yes.
Then you could possibly continue the franchise for another 4 to 5 to 6 films.
Exactly, and you can bring Eddie Murphy in.
Eddie Murphy.
Don't bring Eddie Murphy in.
Well, no, don't bring Eddie Murphy. Cillian Murphy,
If you're
maybe.
that good,
but
you can
Eddie
do it.
Murphy, no.
In fact, bring Dwayne Johnson in.
No. We're ending the show, yeah, before
I can
anything.
see him there. Let's go to the jungle.
I will not watch Pirates of the I will not watch Pirates of the Caribbean if Dwayne Johnson is in it.
Or they say spot Dwayne Johnson, and you watch the whole film, you don't see him. But and then in the
Be so
credits, his
happy.
name really is there, and you're like, wait, was he really in there?
He was really there?
And he was there somewhere.
That's fine. If you do it like that, fine.
There you go.
But don't show me his face.
Okay. So that's it.
There we go.
We're giving you 2 pictures.
Yeah.
Disney, choose one,
If you want to do Pirates without Jack Sparrow, that's how you have to do it.
or just sink.
Yeah.
Gloop gloop.
And we all go down together. No, just you, because you stuffed it up.
Yeah, we'll just go and
We're
watch.
just going to stay here and watch you stuff it up. We're just going to watch the ship sink.
In fact, our
In
next
3D. In IMAX.
in 4D.
There
We'll
we
never get the splashes on our face.
Yeah. So this is us signing out.
Until next week,
Peace.
remember we're doing No Time to Die.
No time to die, people.
So catch us next week.